Hey guys, bit of a difference today. I'm doing a bit of a review and it's on these Graff Black Diamond cutting and grinding discs. I've had these sent to me to ask me to do a review on them and tell them what I think of them. So there's some info on the back of the card. You can freeze frame and have a look at that. And I will put some links in the description box of where you can contact these people or get hold of them. I don't know what they're like, I haven't tried them. I get nothing for doing this. I have no involvement in it whatsoever. They've just sent me the discs which I'm going to try out. Yeah, these are the 115mm 4.5-inch discs. And it's quite fortuitous because I'm going to cut up some 15N20 and 1095 today to get the Damascus done. I normally use the little slitting discs for cutting up my steel or the bandsaw, but the bandsaw is pretty slow. Blades aren't cheap and cutting discs do the job pretty well, so let's see how it does. So this is 3mm 15N20. Cut it just no problem at all, and I would say it cuts at about the same rate, maybe slightly quicker than a normal slitting disc such as that. A benefit is I was pushing as I come to the end of the cut there. I was pushing as hard as I could onto the cut, and something which really you can't do with these is the harder you push, the quicker that disc wears away. So yeah, that did the job. I guess the only disadvantage is the kerf thickness. It does cut a little wider kerf than the one. I think that's a 1.5mm disc, and I think without looking that's probably 2mm maybe. But yeah, that did a good job. That did a good job. And now I think what this will be really good for is grinding steel, looking at it. So there's a piece of old leaf spring there. And I know how hard that is to cut and how difficult it is to grind. And it will give me a good comparison. Let's have a look at that. Now that is really good. It seems to excel at that, and that is not even hot. You would expect with a normal carborundum grinding stone the shop. Actually, I've only just noticed, when I'm normally doing these cutting tests, the shop is just covered in dust and smoke, and there's absolutely nothing in here, nothing whatsoever. So there is another big benefit of these things. But that finish is pretty good on there. That's actually got forging scale on it as well, which if you do forging, you know what a swine forging scale is to take off steel. It eats discs, it eats belts. That was absolutely no trouble, as you could see. Let's try and find something else. Right, there we go. Here's a farrier's rasp. Let's see what it does to this. So this is still in its hardened state. Let's have a look. Glasses. I cannot really argue with that, guys, and that, although it's hot, if that was a cutting disc I could not pick that up. That is impressed. That is impressive. Very, very good. It's maybe taken that initial sharpness that you get with diamonds, you know, with all diamonds, sharpening stones and everything else, but there's obviously still plenty on that. I do like. Well, there we go. I just cut up the rest of the 15 and 20 and 1095 for the billet, and it was just cutting as fast as when I started. I'm quite impressed with that. I'm particularly impressed the way it grinds. I do a lot of grinding after forging, and I go through discs like you wouldn't believe, as you probably do yourself. But that is cutting great still and grinding great still. There are a few caveats just reading the packet there. If you go back you can read it. But it says not to cut for more than 50 seconds continuously, and then to give it a 10-second rest and then start again, which is fair enough. And I guess that's the heat generated. If you generate too much heat, you'll obviously tear the diamonds off. But it says up to 1,000 cuts depending on material type. But they're all tool steels I've just been cutting there. Yeah, I'm impressed, guys. I'd recommend that. I've no idea of the cost. As I say, this was sent to me just to try out, tell them what I think of it, and yeah, I like that. I do like that disc. I would say probably better for grinding, although it does cut. You saw it cutting, and it's just as quick, if not quicker, than a normal slitting disc. The benefit is obviously you've not got a shop full of dust and, you know, granules coming off your cutter that are just going in the air. The shop is just dead clean after cutting that. Yeah, very impressed. Alright, guys, the cut, I've just looked, and the cut it's a 1.5mm cut kerf. That probably exaggerates a little bit, you know, 1.75mm wide I would say whilst you're actually cutting. But yeah, check them out in the link, guys. I think they also do, that's a 115mm 4.5 inch. I think they also do a 125mm disc as well. Alright, that's it. Thanks to my patrons, thanks to all you guys subbing and liking and everything else. Bye for now.